I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Silver Shroud, Mistress of Mystery, hands up for order of the Boston Post.
I need you to keep talking to me.
Chief Gargoyle, I am Death's Shroud, but you are undeserved of my terrible justice. Think on my mercy.
Can't make sense of anything.
Stop or we'll shoot.
That's what I was
Men,
afraid of.
open fire.
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last
Damn it!
fail-safe.
Where did this mess
There's a
come from?
lock on the memories in the implant.
Wait, it's clearing. Chief, they ain't here. They're gone.
I was hoping you'd say that, Officer Leibowitz. I was hoping you'd say that.
What will become of our stalwart hero? Find out what happens next week on another exciting episode of...
Tell me you have a way past this stuff.
Let me reload both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers.
You've been listening to
Run
Galaxy
your
News
cognitive
Radio, a
functions
wholly
in
owned subsidiary
parallel.
of Galaxy News
He'll
Network.
act as a host.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
When
See
evil
you
walks
on
the
the other
streets
side.
of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat Fahey's Folly.
Come on, Dollface. It's right through here.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming
Aw,
from the
gee,
transplant.
Polly.
It's
I ain't
degenerated,
never
but
been
it's
in a
there.
secret
We're
gangster
going to
hideout
load you into
before.
the strongest memories we can
What
find.
the?
They might
Polly,
not be
you
stable.
dumb
Just
jalope.
hold on.
What's the big idea?
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are
Such a
experiencing
dummy
these
back then.
memories as Kellogg.
What did I know
This may
about how the
prove
world
disorienting
worked?
at first.
I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't...
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? I was the worst thing that ever happened to her.
Now we can...
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, She'd have stayed in the hub.
Let's keep looking.
Maybe hooked up
I'll
with someone
connect
who
you to the
didn't
next
kill
intact
people
memory.
for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know,
another memory to try.
They died
I'll connect
like dogs. And you weren't there to help them. How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. I didn't care where I was going. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together.
We seem to be getting closer.
It was almost
Try this
always
next
a bar,
one.
though. That's universal.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the
Getting
Institute.
warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks
You
mostly
heard all
interesting.
sorts of rumors
Connecting now.
about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Which suited me just fine.
As you can see,
What do you want?
it's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748. Initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
All computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than... Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of
Found another
revenge.
intact memory.
No one better.
Whenever you're ready.
But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we...
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Okay? I don't know what kind of side effects this procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel? But the dreaming, poor little dreams that keep trying to come true. It's all over, but the cry. And I
Dr. Amari.
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring it. Are you ready to...
Mm-hmm. I saw Kellogg.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
How does that...
It wasn't all his fault.
If I were a priest, I would say forgiveness is a good thing. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need...
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
If we need to find...
If you're going to go,
I'll find a way to get through the...
Good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right.
Kellogg?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Marek. Anyway, I feel fine.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride, so... The Commonwealth can take a real toll on you if you let it. Seen this place make monsters out of men.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Nick.
What do you need?
Your thoughts?
There's a lot of people out here.
Your thoughts?
You see a lot of folks.
I wanted to make sure things were okay between...
I guess things are all right. I just want to make things right for people out here. My hope is you feel the same.
That's all for now.
Got it.
I've seen a lot of crazy stuff.
But I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy. Glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl
Cleo.
doing?
Remain silent during the speech.
See the other day?
He wishes.
All right. We're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Hancock! Of the people, for the people!
Buddy, I gotta be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right now.
You sticking around, you'll need to join a crew. I hear Bobby No-Nose is looking. Always a catch with the No-Nose, but she pays.
Hey, you. Looking for work?
Yeah, when can I start?
Well, aren't you an eager beaver? If you don't mind a little manual labor, I'll give you 50 caps to start. Interested?
I'm gonna need more to go on here.
There's a project I'm working on. A big one. So a little discretion is called for.
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Hi.
Ready to get to work?
Are you gonna tell me what we're actually doing?
Look, we're pulling a job here. Big payoff. Taking some things that aren't technically ours yet.
That's just asking for trouble.
It's not gonna be easy. You are gonna be doing some digging.
I'm your guy.
No, the other two are down there digging already. Go give them a hand, will ya?
Hey. Think you can unlock that terminal?
Done and done.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere. Hey.
Do something for you?
Over here.
Good plan.
Come on.
Can do.
Heads up.
There's something
Moving
you
out.
need?
Move here.
Count on it.
Bobby.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get digging.
To get through.
Want to see what's on the other side?
Oh, yeah. You think Bobby will pay us this week?
I don't know, man.
It's starting to feel like we're doing charity. Rolling with wireless. Bam! Bobby can take this job and shove it.
Good luck down there, new guy.
There's Meyer lurks.
What are you doing talking to me? Do something! What is going on in my tunnel?
That room was filled with Mirelurks.
At least you put up a better fight than those good-for-nothings. Well, you stuck around at least. So I guess you're promoted. You get to be my new gun. I think we just need one more guy. An old friend. He'll want a fair cut, but we saw what being cheap got me.
Just tell me where to go and who to talk to.
I knew I liked you. First, I think it's best if you actually see what we're after. I have some things to check on in Diamond City. Head over to the noodle shop there, and I'll meet you when I finish up my business.
Enjoy your stay in Diamond City. Now, excuse me.
There you are. Was wondering if you were gonna show up. Yes, it's me. I have to hide my face in these parts. People like me aren't allowed around here. Now let's get down to business. That big wall of glass looming over Diamond City is the mayor's office. Most people don't know it, but there's a strong room buried beneath. Mayor's just sitting on top of it. And that's our target. The guy has it coming, if you ask me. With how he treats my kind.
So this is all for a good cause.
Don't get me wrong. The caps are mine. If I get to take them from a bigot, that's just icing. So, what do you say we make this party a little bigger? I managed to track down my tech guy. His name's Mel, and he is right here in Diamond City. The thing is, you have to get him out of there.
If you really think we need this guy...
Trust me, this is the guy we need. Pick a lock, find a key, bribe the guard. The usual stuff. Just get...
Oh, hey there. Someone missing? Always.
Hey, see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they here?
Officer?
Hanging out with Valentine, huh? Good for you. Nick is good people. You know what I mean.
Let's just get out of here.
Heads up.
I'm listening.
Mel,
I'm curious what this is about, but let's talk once we make some distance, okay?
Mel.
I'm curious what this is about, but let's talk once we make some distance, okay? Thanks for getting me out, I guess. So, you're Bobby's new toy.
Bobby asked me to get you out.
I bet it was just out of the kindness of her huge heart. God. That woman doesn't have a patient bone in her body. I wasn't serving a... What, she couldn't wait, like, a day? What's the job?
How'd you like to help break into...
Well, damn. That's a big... Could be enough caps there to keep me going for her. Bobby may be shady, but she always pays up in the end. So, I guess I'll get my stuff and head over to her place.
Everyone who's anyone reads public occurrences.
Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut. Step up.
Hey, man. Gotta...
Excuse me, Dr. Sun.
It's Soon. What? Dr. Soon.
Need the key.
How difficult is that to understand?
Yes, Dr. Sun.
Can't pick this.
Hub of trade for all Diamond City
Whatever
right
it is,
here.
come back later.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended. High quality protection for sale.
Professor, I have a new theory about how the Institute makes the synths.
Oh no. We've been talking about this, remember?
Hi there.
After
Are
last
you here for
time,
today's
the
free-
shouting, me sleeping on
Sure,
the cold
sounds
floor
fun.
of the lab.
Yes! Love that. And now, we all talk about...
Uh-huh.
You have X-rays.
Gamma rays?
That's right. Now, gamma rays are bad. But some life forms have been living with gamma radiation exposure for 2 centuries now.
Yes, very interesting.
That's what Now it's time for the...
Sign me up.
You're gonna go out and find radioactive adapt.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say? Ready?
I do a job.
Money? Oh.
Sure. Think I have something already.
That a boy? Who's my favorite junior scientist? You are. Here's a little something for you. Don't spend it all in one place.
My fee's normally 10% off the top. But since we're pals, I know you can afford 12. Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
Now, I couldn't really blame them. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and I took her home, taking up in the city.
Was it hard settling in?
I started, but I got wiped and up after. Hell, I never... Sure. It was about then. It took me a long... Right. That was a long story.
There's Mike.
You watch your step. Got my eye.
You keep that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
Hey there.
God, even the sky isn't safe. Did you see that blimp thing? The Brotherhood of Steel? Who are they?
Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Hey.
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
Oh, new face walks into my store. And you're not even screaming yet. Fair.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
All the supplies, money, or violence can buy.
Daisy.
Got some good deals. You won't believe what's in the is it food or not section.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
It's a little bit of everything.
What's up?
Smell that?
Hey, Cleo.
I hope you're buying. Even a girl with an arsenal full of weapons needs to make a living after all.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let's get you outfitted, killer.
Got a problem? Can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too. Sure as hell didn't act. Huh? In this town, they got another thing coming. What am I gonna tell his mother?
Hey, was that you stumbling out of the third rail last night?
You know it. I was having a few too many when a couple of, old friends decided that now was a good time to call in some debts.
Oh, no. Did it get rough?
Well, for that maybe.
Got yourself into trouble again, Mel?
What can I say?
All right.
I learned from the best.
All here. Mel, you want to introduce your little friend?
Yep.
Sure.
This little bot is going to help us move through the earth like a mole rat on jet.
I'm excited to see what she can do.
I can't wait to show you. She's one of a kind. I modified her radio systems to emit sonic pulses at frequencies that can loosen any sediment around.
Mel says we'll be able to get to the strong room 10 times faster than just digging.
All right, guys, get ready. So, Sonia? So, what's the deal with Mia?
Oh, I got lucky this one. Came right out the door. Good job.
Someone should make use of it.
Mel, get Sonia over here.
No problem. Come on, Sonia.
So, this radio station, we don't really make any... Power noodle.
What's that?
Our chef only says 1 second, but that's okay because he only serves one thing. Next I was going to say,
Not that it's an option.
need to get through here, Mel.
Sonya, you know what to do.
Looks like a subway tunnel.
Then we're on the right track.
Ah, I see what you did there.
What? No. Just keep heading southwest. We need to find a place to blast out of these tunnels.
Here we go again. Look who it is.
Good.
The bad one. Feral ghoul. Anybody else want to take a break? Yeah.
Yes.